Hello everyone and welcome to Cooking Live. I'm Chef Patrice and I'm going to make you a better cook. Again, three recipes today. How about that? Yeah, we're going to be doing 3 dishes today. The first dish will be a cod, pan sauté cod, and we're going to pan sear it, nice piece of cod, get a nice searing on top of it. You can see the picture. And we're going to finish this up with some black peppercorn and a little butter and lemon probably, which is going to be fantastic, of course. Now, also to go with the cod, what I like to do, and it's this completed season for that, red cabbage. Love red cabbage, especially today. We're not going to cook it. I'm going to show you a technique that my mom actually told me when I was little. Is very nice. I want to keep the red cabbage nice and crunchy. But at the same time, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to make it nice. We're going to do, of course, a beautiful dressing mixed with the red cabbage. It's going to go so well with the cod. And since we're still in the season of fresh figs, how about a fantastic fig tart with puff pastry, just baked freshly out of the oven? It's going to end up this dinner really beautifully, okay? So if you can find fig, we can maybe talk about it, replacing by something else later on, okay? So I hope you're all excited and ready to go. So you have all your great ingredients ready and we're going to go over. But before we do that, we need to set our oven at 425 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to go ahead and set my oven. I want everyone to do the same. Now be careful when you see your rolling pin start to stick on the dough. It means it could use a little more flour. Another thing, when you work with any type of dough, always make sure the dough always move in your cutting board or on the table, okay? Because otherwise it could very well stick on the bottom and you won't even catch it. All right, so look at that, small pressure, because this is the way you keep it nice and even. This is beautiful right here. Now, one thing it is, when you roll any type of dough and you're stretching it, you actually working with the gluten and it's almost like elastic. So we have to let it rest before we cut or before we do anything else. So the function of the egg wash in the dough here is going to be for 2 reasons. One, to stick the edges together. And the second thing is it's going to give you a nice brown color when you bake it. At 425 degrees, we're going to get a beautiful color to this tart, okay? Because it's very important that, again, we get the color. So, again, pay attention in here. Don't put it on the edges. Just inside. You don't want to glue the side. Okay? They start to take shape. All right. Oops. I went overboard on the side here. Okay. What we're going to do next. Now, I did taste the fig and I tasted for a purpose, because I wanted to see how sweet they were. They are very sweet. I'm surprised looking at the color. I didn't expect them to be that sweet. So that means I'm going to try to use a little bit less sugar. Now, if I was tasting those figs and they were really sour or not very sweet, then I would use a lot of brown sugar. So that's why it's so important. So I'm going to still use a little bit of brown sugar. Not too much, and I'm going to try also to put it everywhere here. Do not put it on the puff pastry. If you can avoid, that would be better. Otherwise, when you put it in the oven, it's going to brown first. So I'm trying to eat each pieces of figs. Oops, don't want to do that either. Okay, that looks good. So like I said, I'm not going to use the entire 2 ounces of sugar. Then I plan it because my figs are very sweet here. So I'm happy with that. Okay, very good. And then of course we have butter. Again, I said 2 ounces of butter. I don't want you to run out of butter, so that's why one in here. I don't think we're going to use it all, but the little pieces of butter throughout the tart. It's going to help also to melt the sugar with the butter and gives a nice flavor. And there we go. Now, red cabbage does oxidize very fast also after you cut it. So we are going to stabilize the oxidation by taking our vinegar and bringing it to a boil and then pour it over the cabbage. It'll be perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and cut the other quarter here. Now, I should have mentioned, maybe I did remove the outer layer. If you see those big, thick leaves, you can take it out. Look how much this produces, huh? A lot, huh? But again, red cabbage is really a good vegetable to eat. And we're going to turn on the pan into a fairly high heat, of course. Okay, very good. I'm going to move this. This is the syrup with the we're going to have to melt this up a little bit, but we're okay. All right, very good. Now, boys and girls, we're going to create a lot of smoke in that kitchen. We don't want the fire department to come before dinner is ready, right? So turn on the hood. I'm going to do that on mine too. All right. Oh, I got the light too. Huh? All right. So I'm going to start with the low speed. There we go. Okay, and I'll bring it up if I have to. Okay. So I've got the cast iron pan on the stove getting hot. I'm going to have olive oil, which I have right there. I'm ready to go. I want you to take your garlic with the skin on. I have a little more than you do, but you know me. And then just with your knife, just smash it a little bit, keep the skin on. You understand what happened in here is, burning flavor of garlic is not a very attractive thing in the kitchen. So we're going to keep the skin to protect the garlic from burning at a high temperature. At the same time, it's going to flavor the oil, and we are going to baste it, which is take the oil and cook the fish that way. All right, very good. So we still have our fish in the oven. I'm going to take my pieces of garlic in here and then just place it in here. Oh, this garlic smells so wonderful. So I've got garlic, black peppercorn, pink peppercorn, and we're going to need some butter here. I just want to set up everything in here that we're going to need for finishing the sauce. Maybe we could use also more fresh thyme right there. So this is the combination right here in front of you for the finishing product, okay? While the fish is finishing cooking, let me look around and see what do we need to do here. I think what we can do now is take your red cabbage out of the refrigerator and your dressing. It's time to put it together. It's a good idea to let it marinate for 5 minutes or so before you serve it, okay? So I'm going to grab the cabbage right there. There we go. And you can see by now already you lost so much volume in that cabbage. It just went down like that because of the heat from the vinegar. I'm going to take us, I'm going to mix it up again, see what's going on. Look at the beautiful color that you have in here, okay? All right, so look at the bottom in here, and this is what I want you to do. There is some liquid inside. It's not just the vinegar, it's also the moisture came out of the cabbage. So we don't want to loosen up the dressing too much. So what I'm going to do is just a little bit, I'm going to remove, you can see that red liquid in here. There we go. I'm going to take that out. Not this. Interesting flavor. You can make some ice cream with this. Okay, a little bit of red pepper here also. There you go. Now I've got also some parsley. So we're going to take a little bit of parsley bunches like that, and then just put it on the plate. There we go. Just to brighten up the color. I think that looks good. Okay. Very nice. Very simple again, of course, that's what we're aiming at. Simple with a good technique, good flavor, good seasoning. There we go. So looking around here, I think we cover everything. We use every ingredients that we had today. We have some more left over in here for us to enjoy it. I also hope that you had a wonderful class and then you're going to join us next time, of course. So I think right now my time is up, but I want to see you next week on Cooking Live, of course, for a wonderful cooking class. And don't forget, you can email me at chefpatrice@cooking-live.com, okay? See you all next week, same channel, same time. Goodbye, everyone. Have a great week.